Hi, and welcome to this edition of Peak Life. Today we're going to be talking about the Childcare Subsidy Program, and joining me is Emily Edmonds with Chesapeake Human Services. Welcome.
Hello, thank you for having me.
So what is the Childcare Subsidy Program?
So the Childcare Subsidy Program is basically just a program that helps people financially find quality childcare. It's income-based, and they can use that money to send their children to before and after care or full-day preschool.
Because it's very challenging to find affordable childcare these days, I'm sure.
Yes, it is. So it's very beneficial, and it helps a lot of families, especially now, trying to find a good quality childcare facility.
So what are the requirements for the program?
Well, actually, right now, there are some new guidelines that are in place, and they're effective until the end of December of this year. That makes it a lot easier for more people to qualify. So they've raised the income guidelines. As long as you have a child that's 0 to 5, not yet in kindergarten, you can have a higher income, or even if you're unemployed in job search, you can qualify for those new guidelines. And then even if you have school-age children, as long as you have one child that meets those requirements, then you can qualify for a subsidy in that. And even if you don't meet those guidelines, just because they have the higher income, you still could be able to qualify, but those exact specifications you can find online.
So it's based on salary or just somewhat?
Yes, it's based on your income. So when you apply online, you put in your information, and it'll determine, if you're eligible or not.
So what is the age requirements of the child? I know you mentioned up to 5 or something specifically, but is there a general age bracket?
Well, the subsidy program covers childcare from birth up to 12 and 11 years old is how long they can stay in childcare. So even if you have school-age children and need before and after care, they can qualify under the subsidy program. The new guidelines where you can have an increased salary as well as being in job search, so if you're currently still looking for work, only apply if you have a child that's 5, not yet in kindergarten, and younger.
Now, how do you apply?
You apply online. You go to commonhelp.virginia.gov, and you would input your information there. It's the same place where you would apply for other benefits.
Okay. So if I'm looking for a job, can I get childcare?
Yes.
Like when I go out and do an interview, or I'm actually actively looking for a job?
Yes, currently right now, if you're in job search, you can qualify for child care. And that's one of the new guidelines that's effective until December.
And that's important because, you have to have someone watch your child when you do go out and do interviews.
Right. It's very essential.
So what is a child care training program?
So we previously had a child care training program where they were trying to recruit new staff and employees. But right now there's a website. It's called vachildcarejobs.com, and it's under the Acquire for Hire platform. Is where you can find child care jobs actually in the state of Virginia, and you just input the zip code, and then you can find facilities that are looking for help, and they'll have it broken down if you're looking for a teaching assistant and things like that. And once you're in there, you can see, if you're seeking employment, and get connected to other resources, because there are some places that can help you if you're looking for employment, especially if you're interested in early childhood, like Childcare Aware VA.
All right, so that experience will help you if that is the field that you're interested in.
Yes.
So in general, what is the availability of childcare? I mean, I know a lot of folks may have a difficult time finding childcare.
Yes, actually, the subsidy right now in Chesapeake, there's not a waiting list. We have a lot of funding.
Wonderful.
So if you were to apply and get approved, that's not an issue. But because we're getting closer to school, the actual availability of centers may be limited. So I always recommend parents to look ahead and look early, because some facilities are getting waitlisted, and especially as we're transitioning out of COVID and smaller numbers and getting to a routine of things, it's kind of hard to find that childcare. But the good thing about subsidy, you don't have to stay in a program in Chesapeake. You can go to any subsidized program in the state of Virginia.
So that's nice, and like you mentioned, there are a lot of people who were virtual who may now be going back into the office. So they're going to be looking for that child care.
Right. So even if, we love you in Chesapeake, but if you work in Virginia Beach, if you work in Virginia Beach or Portsmouth, and maybe you need care for your infant or young child, and there's a facility closer to your job that accepts subsidy, you may, utilize them as well.
All right. So where can someone go for more information?
For more information, you can go to childcareva.com, and that has information where you can actually search for childcare, you can get information on like the previous inspections and find out more information on different types of facilities, whether it be it in church, a licensed center, or family day home. So you can go to that website and find out more.
Sounds like a great resource.
It is. It's a lot of information
Yes.
on there, and you can find out a lot of things.
All right, thanks, Emily, for joining me today.
You're
I appreciate
welcome.
it.
Thank you for having me.
Well, that does it for this edition of Peak Life. Be sure to join us next time.